Hello, hello. How are we doing, everybody? I just realized that I forgot my hat and my jacket. So give me a second. We're off to a great start, aren't we? That's the best way to start off a live stream is just no one on screen at all. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, I know. Hatless, indeed. What's going on here? It's craziness. Anyway, yeah, Mr. Visible. Hey now. Lee. Great shot. AZ. Sure Kitty. Cheers, everybody. Welcome. Yeah, so as the description says, I do have a giveaway tonight. Hey, Brian, cheers to you as well. So going to be giving away this bottle right here, which is like 95% of an Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. I had like 2 sips out of this. So, yeah. It's mostly full Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, and I will make sure it's all wrapped up tight and stuff when it gets sent out to whoever wins it. Cheers, Peter White. Also, got a 6 Rye sample giveaway going on tonight as well. So that will be the Corbin Cash 8-year Merced Rye Cask Strength. Also, the standard Corbin Cash right here, this guy, which is also fantastic, as well as the new Still Austin Rye, which is great. And then I got a bunch of ryes recently, so you can kind of see them all right above me here. So I got a couple of Driftless Glen picks that you can choose from. I got Pursuit United, which is pretty great. Also got some Rendezvous Rye, if you've never had that. A couple different Sagamores. You can see them all here. The Chattanooga Rye, which is right there. Yeah. You got the Wilderness Trail Rye. You got the, what is that? Woodinville Rye. That is the Middle West Spirits Rye. And then over here is all the Driftless Glen picks I was talking about there, as well as, Russell's and Knob Creek and Rare Breed. So lots of ryes to choose from, plus other ryes that I have around me here if you want more budgety ryes. So either way, 6 rye sample pack in the giveaway as well, plus this bottle. And they will be going to different people. So somebody will win this, and then someone will win the rye sample pack. I'd say the rye sample pack is definitely happening tonight. The bottle giveaway will be dependent on how many entries we get. And the whole reason I'm doing this giveaway, really, if I'm being honest, is to improve this thing here that you're looking at me through, the camera. I'd like to get a better camera so it's a little clearer because this is only 720. We're going to try and upgrade to 1080p. Yeah. So get a little clearer streams. Then also going to upgrade this guy here so I sound a little better. So yeah, trying to upgrade some equipment, and then also potentially might be saving up for a new other things as well to improve the stream quality. Yeah. So that's the main reason for the giveaway is to kind of kickstart that. Yeah. So if you want to enter, the link is posted right here at the top of the chat. There you go. You got PayPal and Cash App. There you go. That's how to get in on the giveaway. Every $5, as it says right down there on the bottom of the giveaway, is an entry into the giveaway. So there you go. And if you want to join the live stream, there's that. Anyway, cheers, everybody. Let's go through some chat. Everybody cheersing each other. Good to see. Again, Peter White, cheers. Sure Kitty, shocked at my hatlessness. Slapshot, Brian, cheers. Lee, AZ, great shot. All you great people. Templar in the house as well. Good stuff. 1080p. You might have to start. Yeah, I know. That's like when Norm showed up to a party and donated a 4-pack. There you go. Exactly. You lost me at Still Austin Rye. Have you tried it, Lee?
I feel like you haven't tried it.
My camera's a little bit in the way of chat. Because if you had tried it, I think you would quite like it because it's really great. It doesn't, I promise you, Lee, if someone were to give it to you blind, you would not know it's from Texas. I promise. There's no way that you would know. I think it's actually a really exceptional rye. Maybe my favorite in the price point. Oh, yeah, you tried it. Okay, so you have tried it and you don't like it. Well, then I don't know what to tell you, Lee. What do you not like about it? I'm curious now, since you have tried it. What's to not like? You have my curiosity sparked, pricked. Something has happened. It's making it's, yeah. Anyway, what's everybody drinking? How about that? What are we drinking tonight? Clearly, Lee is not drinking Still Austin Rye because he doesn't like it. Woods, cheers. You can still taste Texas funk? Really? You must be really sensitive to it. I don't know. That's odd to me because I don't get that at all in the rye. Perfectly doesn't like anything. It seems that way. It's starting to seem that way. Curiosity piques. Otherwise, it does bad things to cats. Right. Yes. Indeed. Indeed it does. So I am drinking a little bit of this guy right here. I've had it for a while, and I've never really talked about it on stream. So that is the Ammunition. This is a straight bourbon finished in, what the heck is it? Cabernet, I believe. Yeah, finished in Cabernet Sauvignon barrels. Fancy. It's like $40, and it's MGP sourced, but it's decent. What is this? 90 proof, I think. Yeah, it's 90 proof. Nice, easy one to start the stream off with. Cheers, Mark Mace. Good to see you, man, as always. Hope you got something great in your glass, so let us know. Drinking some Dickel 8-year bourbon. Pleasantly surprised. Okay, yeah, it's a decent little budget bourbon there. Good stuff. Cheers, Paul. Good to see you, man. Welcome. Corbin Cash right now, but almost gone. Okay, nice. Very nice. I'm assuming you mean the 1917, right? There, Peter White. Oh, in for 4 entries. Well, thank you, Mark. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for the support. Yeah, well, that already. So that means that the rye giveaway is definitely happening. I basically only needed 4 entries to cover shipping and the glass, the little sample bottles. Yeah, so that's done. Samples are certainly going out to somebody. It looks like Mark right now, but we'll check and see who else is in here in a few. But thank you, Mark, for that. Appreciate it. Lord Spies, good, man. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while here on the stream. Good to see you. Saw your comment there on the latest video. Appreciate that. Appreciate you dropping a comment. For anyone that did see the early times video that dropped yesterday, thank you for the watch, first of all. But I'm curious everybody's thoughts on it because it was actually more divisive than I thought. Because I'm kind of in the camp that it's not quite where it used to be. Well, let me see if I can grab it here. Did I grab the right one? Yes. So this is the original bottle here. It's the short plastic top, no notch on the back bottle there, which is the one I did the review on. And I think that this is still the best of the lot. And there you go. The To Be Fair counter isn't one. This is a drinking game, so every time I say it, take a sip just for fun. So I think this is the best one of the lot. But I think this is the bottle. Yeah, long reach there. This is the bottle that I think turned a lot of people off of early times. Looks nearly identical. And of course, we've been through this before. But as you can see, the bad bottle, this guy right here, is slightly taller, about a cap height taller, and also has the notch on the back. That's how you know you've come across the bad one there. Yeah, see? And then the no notch there, which is the one I did the review with. I don't like this one very much. It's okay, but it drinks a little hot, and the finish is not nearly as pleasant. That said, I think the new aluminum top is about 90 to 95% of the old good bottle. It's about equivalent. I wouldn't say it's exactly the same, but Barton, Sazerac, whatever you want to call them, certainly come a long way in getting the blending right and getting pretty close to the tasting notes of the Brown-Forman product. So, yeah, I think it's a decent product now. Especially for $25 for a liter. You know, you can't expect craziness at that price point, but I think it's a good one. Not drinking, going to check out a 50-year-old Armagnac to buy. Oh, very cool, man. Sounds tasty. Actually, I just realized what your avatar picture is. I might have to have a sip of that, actually, later tonight. It's been a while since I've tapped into my Jack Daniel's single malt there, the special release. It's good stuff. Let's see, where are we at? Did Buffalo Trace buy all the barrels from Brown? Yes, they did. I don't think the whiskey has actually changed yet, just the bottle. So, okay, so here's the thing, Paul. So it's true that the whiskey itself, the barrels, have not changed because they can't legally. So, yeah, Sazerac bought all the barrels from Brown-Forman. But what did change is who is blending the whiskey, and that's a huge deal. For instance, some people, like Nancy Fraley, for instance, get paid a lot of money for their blending skills. In fact, this bottle right here is a pretty good representation of that fact. So Still Austin pays her a lot of money to do their blending, and it makes a huge difference because I would say this is the least funky of the Texas Funk whiskeys. And it's also phenomenal. And this is actually a pick by Nancy herself. There you go. Yeah, so blending certainly plays a big part in the end product, especially in giant batches of stuff. And it just really seemed like when Sazerac took over that they weren't great at nailing the Brown-Forman profile. That, of course, Brown-Forman is excellent at because they've been doing it for years. Whereas when Barton took it over, it tasted more like a 1792 product. It really, especially, whereas this, the Notch bottle, to me, tastes a lot like 1792 small batch because that's what they're used to blending. They're used to going after that profile. So for them to nail the Brown-Forman profile, it just took a little bit of time for them to really get that, nailed. Let's see here. It's very hard to find Armagnac. The last two bottles I passed on due to shitty condition. Oh, okay. Good to know. I finally got Tipsy Steven to buy a bottle of OGD Bib. He likes it quite a bit. Oh, had he never bought one? Interesting. I did not know that, AC. Yeah, I mean, for like $22, it's, for me, it's a no-brainer. But, I mean, I go after pretty much any bottle I think is decent at a budget because you know me. I'm a budget guy. I have 3 bottles of Early Times Bib, and all 3 bottles are different. Lucky I have tags as to when and where I bought them. Okay. Interesting. So, curious, Paul, are they no-notch bottles, which is the Brown-Forman? Notch bottles like this, which is when Sazerac first took over bottling, or are they the aluminum tops? Yeah, curious there. No, Sean, he was bagging on me for liking it all the time. Oh, okay, I got you. Interesting. Dusty, cheers, man. Good to see you, as always. What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're got something nice in the glass. Yes. I'm going to try and like rotate my liquids tonight and see how that goes. You know, so we don't get so sauced, let's say. What is this blue light? I guess it's just my screen. I don't know. Stand by. Okay. Sean Willis, cheers, man. Good to see you. OGD 100 should not take an arm twist to bite. Yeah, exactly. OGD 114, even easier. Yeah. Yeah, so OGD bib actually won my bonded battle. What did I call it? Bonded battle under 20 or something like that I did a few months back. Yeah, it was my favorite. I actually beat Evan and JTS Brown, and what the heck was the other one? I forget what the fourth one was. But yeah, it was my favorite, like under 25. Because now these guys are over 25. They're like 20, they're like 26, but still. And all those new folks that are coming in, what do you got in the glass, man? Dan, Paul, Sean, Willis. Who else just came in recently? Of course, Lee is out doing his driving thing. AZ. What are we drinking? Also, Lawrence, if you're still hanging out, what are you drinking, man? Let us know. And for those of you that have tried the various early times bottles, I'm curious your thoughts on the whole debacle, let's say. I got to say, the nose on this ammunition is quite nice. The palate's okay. Okay, so one has a notch. Okay, so to me, that's the worst one. I don't know what your opinion is, Paul, but to me, that is the worst of the bottles. And then two aluminum top, and all three have different heights. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so the aluminum tops are the newer ones. And so maybe there's like two different kinds of aluminum tops. So maybe the bottle has either heightened or shortened over time. Great Shot saying he has not decided what to pour yet. Okay. And Paul sipping on some Penelope Toasted. Very nice. Good stuff. I just realized I did not turn on my lights behind me. That's why it looks so dark in here. Bottle killing Russell's 13 batch 1. Well, we heard it hit the table there, Sean. Oh my, what, yeah. Whipping out the big one. Excuse me while I whip this out. I have never laid eyes on E.T. Bib. Really? Doesn't make up to the Great White North, I guess. Oh, there you go. Orange Spice drinking some E.T. Bib old bottle. Good stuff. I might have a little bit of that with you here in a second, although my supply is getting quite low. Yeah, I got, what is that? 2 inches left in the bottom there. Great idea, AZ. There you go. Yes, rare breed is always a good idea. Actually, that's my third sip now. It's actually quite nice. You guys like wine finished bourbons? Maybe check that out if that's out your way there. That's yeah. It's MGP. So if you like MGP, then especially check it out. MGP finish in Cabernet barrels. Yeah, it's pretty decent for like $40. Just poured the first one of the night. Redemption High Rye Bourbon, store pick, 105 proof. I love these things. Yeah, man. I've heard nothing but good stuff about those. Haven't decided what's next, though. Okay. Well, you're starting off with a hitter, so it's going to be hard to go up from there, but maybe you can. I don't know. I've only had the new bottle, right? The screw top. Well, I got one more, and I think I know a place that has more of the old bottle. So I may try and stock up on some. Maybe we'll make that a giveaway here in the near future. The Notch is from 2021. Yes, that is when the Notch came out. That was right after the buyout. And, yeah, that's when things were at its worst. Hey, Dan, thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. So Dan in for the giveaway as well. Again, folks, giving away this bottle right here, the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, like 90% of a bottle there. But, of course, I'll wrap it up, make sure cork stays tight and makes it to you. And then we got the 6 Rye sample pack going out. So Still Austin Rye, Corbin Cash, 90 proof, Corbin Cash, 8-year cask strength. And then basically just going to leave it up to you guys. I will send you a list, whoever wins. You get to pick 3 other ryes you haven't had. So hopefully all 6 will be ryes you haven't had. And then also when we go through our rye bracket, which I promise is coming, I just have had very little time, but here soon, we will be doing a rye bracket battle. And so for whoever wins, hopefully you'll be able to kind of taste along. And yeah, hopefully it'll be fun. What do we have here? Yeah, as Great Chef said, is this a new channel? What do we got going on here, Bobby? Bad Axe Reacts. Oh, I see. I see what we got going on here. Bad Axe Reacts. Play on words there. Very interesting. So taking up the reaction videos, man, I like it. I like it. Very cool. So if this is a new channel, which I assume. Okay, well, hey, if one of you mods could drop the link to Bobby's new channel, please. Let's give Bobby some love there and get this channel going, man. Yeah, good stuff, Bobby. Can't wait to see what you guys do. Okay, where was I? I am out of daily sippers. Bought the Dickel 8-year because it was around the corner from my house. Didn't feel like driving anywhere. There you go. Okay. Yeah, it's a decent little bottle. It's no 101, but it'll do. Yeah. Pouring the Dusty Dan Rye, going to be a sad day when it's gone. Oh yeah, man, for sure. That is going to be sad. And there's no more. I hear. I tried to win one on 21090 to no avail. Dwayne, peace. Cheers to you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, someone please drop the link to Bobby's new channel there so we can give him some love. And give all the channels in the chat some love. Dusty Dan in the house here. Let's see here. Who else? Viking Bourbon right there. I feel like there was another one here. Of course, Slapshot was here earlier. Give all the channels some love. Yeah. If you're not subbed, go do all the YouTube things. There you go. Great shot, sub. Good stuff. I'm sure you feel better already. And there is the link. Freaking awesome. That's right. That's it, man. That's the spice of life there, or whatever the case. Yeah, that's growing on me the more I sip with that ammunition cab finished. There you go. Lee subbed as well. Good stuff, man. Yeah, I cannot wait to see what you react to, Bobby. It'll be fun. It's gonna be fun to watch. I would fill my pool with Sagamore if I had a pool. Right. Yeah, not really practical up that way. As a ex-pool person, a pool boy, actually, down in Florida. Yeah, a lot of winter there in the Canada. So, yeah, not a real great place to have a pool. So, actually, here in Kentucky, there's actually more pools than I expected. Of course, mainly fancy people. People with money got the pools. And, of course, they're shut down like, I don't know, 6-7 months out of the year. So, really, you only use the pool half the year. But I guess it's still worth having. Yeah, man. Good stuff. Yeah, like I said, Bob, can't wait. Cannot wait to see what's coming. That's good. That is good. What did I win? You're winning? Oh, there you go. Look at that. AZ winning on Bourbon Guys. Good stuff. Go over there for a second. All right. So, guys, of the ryes that you guys have in the, let's say, $50 to $70 range, what are your favorites? I'm thinking that, where is it? The Still Austin there, right there. I'm thinking that will probably be my favorite of the rye bracket battle that we got coming up. But it could also be, where is it? I got to find it. Oh, yeah. Right. This guy right beside him. The New Riff malted. That one. That bottle is ridiculous good as well. And then also there's going to be a Driftless Glen pick in there as well. Although I'm not going to put the pick that I got from John Kranz because I think that would just kill everything. So instead I'm going to do the pick that I got from 21090, which I still like a lot. But because, and I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I throw picks in there? Is that fair? Or should I only do like standard offerings that anybody can get? Maybe a pick shouldn't be included. So yeah, I'm curious what you guys think though on that when we do the battle. I had a pool, but was a pain in the ass for, yeah, exactly. You get 3 months out of it and then just shut down. It's kind of basically the complete opposite of Florida. Florida, it's like you use it for 9 to 10 months and it's shut down for like 2. No worries, Bobby. Entered. Awesome. Good stuff. Thank you guys for all the support. And again, the whole reason I'm doing this is to upgrade stuff so that way streams look nicer and sound nicer. That's the goal. Also looking into ways to hopefully improve audio quality for like Mash and Metal. And here, I mean, just this audio as well. Because StreamYard, not great for like recording audio and sharing it onto lives. Like it's kind of muffled and weird. So I'm just across the board. The whole reason I'm doing this giveaway tonight is to try and improve the quality of stuff going forward. So I already have cameras picked out. It's like a $130 camera. This is only like a $50 camera. And this is like a $30 mic. And I'm going to be upgrading to like a $100 mic. So a little bit to spend, but, you know, it'll be worth it, hopefully. Hopefully an investment that you guys see improvements from. So, yeah. And Great Shot saying, as far as his favorite Ryes in that price point, like the 50 to 70 range, Still Austin and Sagamore. And I got to agree. Like those, the thing is I don't have a standard Sagamore. I don't want to do any fish. So that's another reason I'm kind of putting off the bracket. Is I want to get a good, just standard Sagamore. Because right now I only have the Double Oak and the Port, which are both amazing, but I don't want finished Ryes in there. I just want straight Ryes. But yeah, I need to get a standard Sagamore to throw in the bracket. I think that'll that has to be in there, I feel like, because it's such a good rye. Cheers to Mark Mace. Yeah. I'm just curious how we're doing. Says I have money. Oh, look at all that stuff coming in. You guys are great. My pool, until just recently, my pool looked like frogs lived in it. Yeah, I've cleaned many a pool like that, Bobby. So completely understand. It's actually not that bad to get clean, but I mean it depends on how long it's been that way. Like if it's to the point where there's like clumps of algae floating around, then that's like a different stage than just the water's green. But once algae starts like clumping together and like there's like a ring around the pool of like algae kind of coming out, yeah, then you have serious penetration into the surface, and that usually requires a pressure washer. But yeah, there you go. There's some pool knowledge for you guys. We cover it all here. Also, I got to give a quick shout out to Mash and Metal later. I hope you guys are excited about that. Are going to be doing Nirvana versus Alice in Chains, kind of a best of. And I'm really curious to see your guys' thoughts on that. I already pretty well have an opinion formed, but I'd like to see what you guys think about those two bands. We're going to be doing 10 and 10 kind of best of from Nirvana and 10 best of from Alice in Chains, which was hard to pick, especially one band for me, just 10. Jacob, what is up, man? How we doing? Cheers to you. And yes, cheersing all the great people in here. Mark, I meant to ask, because I didn't get to hop on yesterday. I know that you went live with, that was Wednesday. All my days are running together. It's been a crazy week. That's why it's been very hard to get content out on Mash Metal. But I'm curious what you thought of the Larceny, the A123. I haven't had any yet, so I was curious your thoughts on it, because I know that I sent you a few samples, so I'm curious, like in your mind, how it compares to previous batches and stuff like that. And great shot saying Alice in Chains wins for him. Makes sense. No argument for me. How many songs did Nirvana put out? So they have 3 full records, Peter, and then an unplugged record, which is, some original stuff and, covers, and then some of their original songs as well, which, I guess you probably know that. And then there's like a bunch of like compilation albums, which have some original stuff, but mainly just, covers and crap like that, and just doing their other songs from previous records. So there's a lot of actual albums, but as far as original material, I would guess there's maybe 4 albums full. 21090, cheers, Todd. Good to see you, man. And Todd, also, by the way, right here in hand, got the samples. Freaking awesome. Cannot wait for Tuesday. I almost don't want to, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna save them for Tuesday. But I'm really looking forward to get into some Traverse City there on 21090 Tuesday. You guys should check it out. Somebody wants to drop the link, that would be awesome. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun. It's gonna be a fun stream, man. Cannot wait, because I never had any Traverse City, so very excited. And thank you again. Yes, cheers everyone from Todd. I really like it better than ECBP. Okay. Unplugged or plugged? Yeah, so they have 1 unplugged album, and then they have 3 plugged albums, I guess we're going to call it. Yes. And the unplugged stuff is decent. But, what's interesting is that Alice in Chains also has an unplugged album, so that also kind of makes this interesting. But, the main reason for this mashup is that both Kirk and I'm spacing. Lane Staley both died this week. I think it was the 5th. Feels like they both died on the 5th. Feels like that's right, which is interesting. 2 grunge guys both die on the 5th of April. Yeah, so kind of not celebrating their death. What's the right word? Whatever. I only remember the Teen Spirit album. Yeah, never mind. Right. Alice in Chains over Nirvana all day long for me. Okay. Yeah. Munga Guy TV team. What's up, man? Good to see you. Cheers as always. And let us know what you're drinking if you are sipping on anything. Yes, we have Chris Fredrickson from Traverse City on Tuesday night previewing their new finish series and a wheat whiskey barrel proof. Very cool, man. And there is the link to 21090 for anybody that does not know about them. Yeah, you guys check them out on Tuesday. That's going to be a fun stream. Cannot wait. Saying hi to Munga Guy there. Thanks for the shout out, Woods. Yeah, you definitely check out 21090 there. And did Woods drop the link and I missed it? Anyway. And we're back. Yeah. Interesting. So I might need to talk to, I just realized that my brand thing is wrong. There, let's fix that. I might need to talk to one of you tech guys. because I think my computer, I've like tried doing like cleanup stuff, and I think my computer is having a hard time continuing running. So that's another reason I'm doing this giveaway tonight. Maybe saving for a computer. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's just the fan's constantly running, even though I'm doing the same stuff as always. Yeah, so I need to do something. Maintenance stuff. I don't know computer stuff. Give me a house to build. Technology's dumb. I like both Allison Chains, but Allison Chains a little more. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I'll be curious to see everybody's thoughts when we do the side-by-side, going through the songs and rating them. Lauren's saying Allison Chains for him as well. Okay. So it's looking like this might be a little lopsided, but there you go. It's celebrating their remembrance. That's probably the right wording there, yeah. I would join you, but it's... Oh, well, yeah, okay, so yeah, fair enough. Coffee then. Coffee is probably best. But cheers, man. Been getting your weather here the last few days, 21090. Okay. Fun, 45 and raining. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on, but my computer seems to be having some issues. Oh, yeah, so the link to get in on the giveaway should be at the top of the stream, but also mods, if you could drop the PayPal, Cash App links to get in on the giveaway and, or donating to new tech, let's say, yeah, that would be appreciated for sure. Comment, folks. There you go. Yes, please. Looking at some Toronto summer concerts, Pantera and all four bands and of all bands. Okay, hey, cool, man. That sounds good. Yeah, me either, man. Yeah, Ben's a tech guy. I might need to talk to you, Ben, like off stream about what I can do. The fan just like runs on high all the time. And that probably is not good. It seems like a bad sign to me. Yeah, so I don't know. Ben's cool. Ben is cool. And another great channel there, if you're not subbed to. I mean, I assume you guys all are, but if you're not subbed to Ben, Whiskey and Sister, then, excuse me, go do the YouTube things. And Todd is cool. Yeah, there you go. So there is the Cash App link if you want to get in that way. And there is PayPal. Either one works great. $5 is an entry. And again, for those of you just showing up now, we are giving away an Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel that is basically 95% full. I believe I've had 2 small pours out of this, but I will make sure to wrap it up nice and tight so it gets to you safely. And then also doing a 6 Rye sample giveaway, including both Corbin Cashes, the 8-year Cask Strength, and then the 90 proof, as well as the Still Austin Rye, which is new. And then 3 other ryes of your choosing. Of course, they're basically all right above my head. I got some Driftless Glen, some Turkey, some Knob Creek. I got a Nashville up there. Chattanoogas, New Riffs, Sagamores. Yeah. Willets, all different kinds of ryes. So, yeah. And then, of course, I got some more budgety ryes over here. Altogether, I have something like 40 ryes. So, plenty to choose from, and hopefully some that you guys have not had. That's kind of the whole goal. And then, hopefully, when we do our rye bracket battle thing, you guys will have those on hand to kind of sip along with me and see what you think. But yeah, so thank you, Woods. Woods in for 3. Good to hear. Good stuff there. And appreciate all the support again, guys. Much appreciated. I'm hoping that by next week, I will have all the new stuff bought, at least the camera and microphone anyway. Probably not a computer, but if that is needed. But definitely camera, microphone, and then hopefully you guys see some improvements next week. That's the goal. So thank you again for all the support, guys. Much appreciated. But you guys are getting something in return. Well, at least 2 of you are. Somebody's getting some samples and somebody's getting a bottle of whiskey. So not bad. I've hit over 1K followers on TikTok before it gets banned. Okay, there you go. You hear what happened. Oh yeah, he got stabbed because he lives in California. Yeah. So at the time when I first heard about it, they said that they didn't have a suspect. I don't know if they do now, but I'm guessing, because of California's drug policies, things happen. Unfortunate though. Unfortunate turn of events for him. He was living life and then, doing big things and then not. Jack, yep. What are we yipping? Yep, that was the dude that got stabbed. Parker wants to know which era you are reacting to on Marshmallow Chan. Eras? Oh, so basically anything. If he thinks that it's worth reacting to, I'll do it. My only stipulation is I will not react to pop music or bro country. Those are the two things. Not going to do it. Nope, can't do it. Sorry. But otherwise, yeah. Oh, hello, Elisa. Good to see you, first of all. So this is my fancy whiskey glass that I paid a whole $1 for. I got this at a local, I don't know what you want, not really a thrift store. It's kind of a guy that buys like estate sale stuff, and he's been doing it for decades. And so he just finds all these little cool things, and then he resells them for dirt cheap. So there was originally 2 of these, and I broke one. I don't really know where else you could get them. I imagine they're quite old. But yeah, so the bottom's like a hexagon. And yeah, it's just kind of pretty cool shape there. It's my favorite glass, so I try to be very careful with it because this is the last one I have. Sad face. But yeah, I love this glass. It's similar in shape, though, to the Libby's glasses, the official Kentucky Bourbon Trail glasses. Basically the same shape as that. If you want a glass that's somewhat similar to this, although there's not the hexagon on the bottom. But yeah, well, I guess I could do that. Yeah. I guess I could just trash prank spin. Yeah. I guess I could react to Bro Country and just trash it. That would be amusing, I guess, at least a few times. Paul is sipping Russell's 13. 13. That's no, Sean was doing that earlier. Russell's 10, sipping a lot tonight. Okay, hey. Sometimes you got to get it in, man. I understand. Waiting for Mash and Metal to review Afro Man's video of the raid that they did on him. The video's called Can Help Replace My Door? Okay. You're probably going to have to remind me of that after the stream, Jacob, because there's no way I'm going to remember all that, but it seems interesting anyway. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate that very much. Cheers, brother. And, of course, since you have all the Corbin Cash, we'll trade out, if you were to win, we'll trade out those for some Ryes that you don't have for sure. I was going to watch the video, but then I got high. Indeed. You know what video I might actually react to is the new T-Pain cover of War Pigs, which is actually pretty amazing. I've only heard it the one time. We were on, it was late night on somebody's stream, but man, that was way better than I expected. Although it could just been because I was inebriated. So that makes everything sound better. I don't know. But either way, it was way better than I expected. Yeah. Good old T-Pain doing War Pigs. Who would have thought that would be good? Okay. Have a couple of Wild Turkey Rocks glasses that look like that. Came with a 101 bottle. Oh, man. That is pretty freaking cool. That's the only thing that would make this cooler, Peter, is if there was a little Wild Turkey emblem like engraved in there. That would be pretty awesome. For show. Okay. Yo, it's Parker. I've been listening to a bunch of metalcore. Some bands are Wage War, Fit for a King, and okay, so I've heard of Fit for a King, and I've heard of Polaris. I don't know how much of their stuff I've actually listened to. Those are good bands to listen to if you like that subgenre. So I do like metalcore. Yeah, I'll check them out. Yeah, man. And I'm always up for people requesting metal because most of the time people do not request metal, which is fine. I mean, I like lots of different genres. So Faith No More cover of War Pigs is my fave. It's okay. It's a little, I don't know. I'd have to re-listen to it and break it down to really say what are my critiques of it. Look at these magnificent whiskey. Hey, what is up, Anthony? Cheers, man. Good to see you. What are we sipping on? Of course, I know it's early there still. What is it? 6-ish? 550, 548, I guess, something like that. Or wait, no. Are you 3? I can't remember if you're 3 or 4 hours behind. Either way, it's either 648, 748, or 5, or all of them. Hey, Bourbon Note Ben. Cheers, man. Good to see you. Cheers. I'd love to hop on a Metallica deep dive with you. So, yeah, man. That I'm always up for a Metallica deep dive. Although, Ben, I would be curious to hear your thoughts on the new Metallica song, 72 Seasons. I didn't even react to it because I don't know. It's fine. It's a thing that exists. I scored a Wild Turkey 101 12 year this week. Very thankful for friends in the. Well, Jacob. We need to talk. We need to talk later. Offerman Charred Oak. Very nice, man. Yeah. And those Offerman editions are ridiculous good. Some of my favorite peated whiskeys. Very delicious. Lucid Polaris, you should definitely react to that. Okay. You know what, Parker? I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of that because otherwise I will completely forget by the end of the stream. So, yeah, let me do that. Bring up the camera on the phone here.
What the crap?
I'll just do it here. Stupid. There we go. Taking pictures of my stream while I'm on the stream. Haven't had a chance to get into it yet. I'll check it out this week. Okay. Not this one, but it's getting better. Oh, okay. So you're not liking that Offerman edition? Okay, interesting. Old Overhold 114. Cheers, peeps. Hey. Yeah, OJ. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you. How we doing, man? We got a few new faces in, so for anyone that doesn't know what we're doing tonight, I will announce it one more time, although I kind of feel like I just kind of did. But again, tonight we are giving away a nearly full bottle of Elijah Craig toasted barrel there. It's like 95% of a bottle there. I've had like 2 sips out of it. So yeah, and I'll make sure that's wrapped up tight so it doesn't leak any. And then also a 6 rye sample giveaway, including Corbin Cash 8-year. Cask Strength, the 90 proof Corbin Cash, Still Austin, new rye, and then 3 others of your choosing, or really if you have those, and it's all your choosing. Whatever you guys want. 6 ryes of your choosing. And again, hopefully you'll drink them along with me when we do the rye bracket battle. So if you want to get in on that, PayPal, Cash App, every $5 is an entry. So where are the links? They were here. They were definitely here. I feel like they weren't this far up. I feel like I've gone way too. There we go. PayPal right there. And then Cash App right there. So yeah, if you want to get in on the giveaway, that's how to do it. Did you like the bottle? I did not. It's probably fingerprints though. So you guys, you can get my fingerprints and steal my identity. So there's that added benefit. Not really that much money to take though. So it's probably not worth your time. Opened it late September and sometime has done it better. Okay. Good to know, man. I can't come off with money that they charge for anything that says loggable now. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. So I will say, Woods, that the first Offerman edition, the Guinness finish, that's one of my favorite scotches I've ever had. Like I know it's like $100, but damn, that bottle, it's wow. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's okay. I'm not a big cake fan, so I've heard that version. It's okay. Open it. Let's see here. OJ for high. Cheers. Yes. Cheers to OJ. Love the electric toast. I have less than an inch left in the bottle. Haven't found a replacement. Well, we can fix that for you, Paul. Still live in the woods, but that Lager 16 isn't. Yeah, I like the Lagavulin 16 for sure. Let me get a sip of hydration here. That's good. Water's good. Hydrate, everybody. Let's see here. Where are we at? What's everybody's favorite peated scotch right now? I'm just curious, since we're kind of on the scotch topic. What's everybody's favorite right now? Say under 110, 120. Let's put a cap on it. That way we're not like throwing out crazy bottles, but under $110, $120 price point. Mine would probably be that Offerman. That's right around $100, 90 to 100. But I'm curious what everybody else's favorites are in the peated scotch world. Since we've started to kind of... So Jacob's saying Springback 10. Okay, good stuff. Wood says the Oogie, always a good choice. And then Log 16 for me also. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, Oogie, man, it's gotten up there. So around here, actually, it's like $130. So good on you for getting it for less than that, Woods. I probably need to travel a little farther out of my current area to find an Oogie that isn't crazy marked up yet. Excuse me. So Neophyte, Lagavulin, Springbank, Oban. But which ones, Anthony? Come on. I know you can give me more specifics than that. Like, what's your favorite log? What's your favorite Springbank? I would, especially Anthony, I'm curious to know because you got a bunch of scotches. So, Killoman, Makir Bay, Oogie is better than the Char Offerman. Okay, yeah, I had the Char Offerman. I liked it, but I don't know if I liked it for the price point. I guess that it would be my critique. I do really like the Offerman Guinness, though. That one is very tasty to me. It's like smoky chocolate milkshake or something. Lefroy 10 Sherry Cask. Okay, good one. I can't agree, Peter, but we've had this discussion before. So, hey, Emmenecker, how we doing, Mark? Good to see you. Cheers to you. Killoman, yes, delicious. Damn, 130 for Oogie? Yes. Yeah, I know. So, yeah, my local store, there's only one store in town that actually even has it. It's 130 there. And nowhere in the town over from me has it. And no one from the town over from me that way has it. So the only place in 2 counties around me, it's $130. So, yeah. What can you do? Yeah, that makes me sad. But, you know, all of it. Okay, fair enough. Anthony just loves scotch. What's your favorite scotch? Scotch-flavored scotch. That's my favorite scotch. Oban? Oogie is 99 down here right now. It was 65 when I bought it. Yeah, exactly. So my first bottle of Oogie was like 65, 70, and now, yeah, not so much. And Paul saying Glenfiddich 14 for me. Very nice. Over 100. Open? I don't know who you're talking to, but not for me, I don't think. Lagavulin 16 or the Lion's Fire. I believe I feel like, sure, kid, didn't you send me? I feel like you sent me some of the Lion's Fire. Maybe? Yes? I feel like yes. and I feel like I quite liked it. It's somewhere. I think it's there. I might have to switch up what I'm drinking here and go with a little bit of that. I had the wrong thing. Offerman Guinness is my favorite lager. I like it better than the 12 Lions Fight. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. That's my favorite Lagavulin. And one of probably, it's probably my favorite Scotch under $100 because it's right at 100 here. It's $99.99. Lagavulin 16 is up to 120 down here. Yeah, I'd pay 75, no problem. After that, not so much. Yeah, I think the cheapest I can get a log 16 now is at Walmart, and it's basically 90, which I like it. I just don't know if I like it for 90. Long row, but they are over 100. Okay. Offerman Char is not worth it to me, even though I paid 68 for it. Guinness is worth it at 85. Okay, yeah. I mean, I really like it, so I'm good paying the 100, but yeah. Nice current bottle is, I've never even heard of that. Glen Turret 10 Smoky. Interesting. Favorite flavor? Butterscotch. Hold the butter. Okay. There you go. That's it. Just Scotch. The 5014 is not peat, though. Just poured some Compass Box Flaming Heart. Oh, very cool, man. Coila 12. Very nice pick there, Lawrence. Yes, I seen Lions Fire, but that's about 130. Yeah, that's okay. So that explains. So basically, I just like pricey scotches. Good to know. That makes me feel worse. All my favorite scotches are scotches that I can't buy very often. Awesome. I just switched up to Old Forester Single Barrel. Oh, well, who would have suspected that you would do that, Paul? I may have a little with you, although I've already named off like 3 things I need to have with people. So I like Scotch, but you have to spend too much money to get it. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was just saying. Yeah, so all the ones that I really like are usually 100 plus, or like right at 100, which is kind of a bummer because I don't spend 100 on a bottle or more than 100 on a bottle real often. When I open my Brora, I guess is how you say that, which is peated, I may say that. What the hell did I just... We're having technical difficulties here. My TV shut off of me, so that was fun. Talisker is another overlooked. Yeah, so actually, I feel like that's the one of the bunch that you sent, Sugarcane, that I actually like the best. I think we actually talked about this. And I feel like, yeah. But that's not peated, correct? I feel like it's very good, but I don't think it's peated. Good Friday and all. I poured Blanton's. At this moment, I'm playing and admiring the Horsey. Okay, there you go. Good stuff, Mark. Cheers, buddy. That's right. It is Good Friday, isn't it? That is what today is, I guess. My favorite Scotch is Redbreast 12. Yeah, I guess you mean that as a joke. I'm assuming. That is a good one, though. Good Irish whiskey there. Bourbon Neophyte is quite tasty and low on peat. Have a Talisker 15 Cask Strength special release, but still have not opened it. Well, you have a lot of willpower there, Peter, because I would have opened it basically as soon as I got home. So good for you. Talisker and Ledaig are peated. Let me see this thing. Yeah. I'm gonna go through some Sugarcane samples since we're talking about Scotch. Oh my God. Okay. These are long reaches, though. What is this? No. Okay. So I think this just became a Scotch stream. That's okay, though. I just realized I still have quite a bit of whiskey in my glass, so we'll have to deal with that. Oh, yes, Talisker is peated for sure, and it's about 65. Have been getting it cheaper recently too. Oh, nice. I'm going to have to look out for that because I really enjoyed that. I'm about to crack a Bull Run 15-year American whiskey. Very nice. Sure Kitty samples are the best. Indeed. Let's pound down some whatever I'm drinking. Yeah, I got to say again, especially for like a night opener, this ammunition, for anyone that didn't see it earlier, this ammunition, which is just MGP sourced, finished in Cabernet barrels, pretty tasty for like $40. 90 proofer, easy to sip on. Just a good, chill, enjoyable bourbon. Yeah. Where's my water at? Freaking crap. Let's see here. Where are we at? Nothing like sample. Indeed. I'm about to get into some here. So here's the Talisker. I think I might start with that because I remember that being my favorite. There's the Lion's Fire. So I remember liking that quite a bit as well. And there's the Killam and Machier Bay, which you were talking about. Excuse me. And there's the Heavy Char. So all the ones we've been talking about, I have in front of me. And then Douglas Lane Rock Oyster, circa 2016. Okay, we'll hold that. Then we have a Glenlivet 15-year French Oak. Okay, well, we'll hold those two. But I want to, since we were talking about all four of these other ones, and it seemed like I remembered having them. So, be back in about 20 minutes. Get to pick up. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, that is a cool label, I got to say. That's kind of, if I'm honest, even though I always give out advice to not buy pretty bottles, I really like this label, and like it's textured as well. Like, you can't really see that, but it's like textured like wood grain, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and it's for $40. I can't really complain. It's a pretty decent bottle. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, my little baby chug there. Sooner or later, it always does become I got it. Yeah, probably so. Probably so. Be back in 20, picking up the food. Okay. That bottle looks like it could explode at any second. Yes, unstable. Yeah, I can't imagine it's a good idea to make ammunition boxes out of wood. So I don't really get the connection. But I know they used to be made out of wood a long time ago, but not recently. OJ back. Cheers, buddy. Did I say scotch? Wow. Time for me to start drinking water. Hey, no problem, man. It's a confusing world out there. Yeah, that is the thing. That is the fair point. You know what? We got a little while. So we got another little over an hour in the stream. Let me pour a little bit of early times, like I said I was going to, because Lawrence there is having a little bit. So let me have a little bit of that, and then we will do some peat scotches. Because, as Woods pointed out, once you get a peat scotch in your glass, basically everything tastes like peat scotch then. So, I don't know if I'm ready to jump to peat scotch just yet. So, just since this was the video this week, let's drink a little. Peat sticks with you. It does, and it sticks with your glass as well. Let's have a little bit of this old early times bottle and bond here. I gotta say this. I mean, I've said this many times on streams, but this was my daily for a long time. Yeah, I went through many bottles of the old bottle. Rock Oyster is a blend of island single malt scotches, and that includes some Talisker among others. Oh, interesting. Sure Kitty Diageo release in 2019 was not available in the U.S. for some reason. Okay, there you go. There's some link there. Glenlivet is not from me. I never sent that. Okay. Who sent Glenlivet 15? Actually, Jacob, is this your label? I feel like that's your label. that looks like your label maker. Maybe. I don't know. The thing is, there's so many generous people in this community that a lot of you have sent me samples, and I have a lot of them. Here, you know what? Let's do a quick pan here of samples.
So we're gonna. So see, they start right there. See all the little bottles right there, and then they go all the way down and here, and you actually can't see the end of them because they go past the. They're still going. See, there's a screen. So there's all those, but then also, which you guys have seen many times, there's also this ridiculous box of samples, and there's probably there's probably 60 or 70 sample bottles in here. Because there's about 10 in each row, and there's 6 rows, and then there's some rows have anyway. There's a lot of samples. And thank you everybody that sent me samples. I enjoy them very much, and it gives me a great idea of like what I want to buy going forward, which is nice. That's the great thing about samples. Oh. Woods sent me the Glenlivet. Right. Sorry, buddy. Like I said, I get confused because a lot of people use label makers, and I can't remember who sent what. And as I pointed out, there's a few. And actually, where I was pointing over here, so the first section is actually a double row. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of them. But you guys are great. I love all the samples. And as I said, it helps me know what I want to buy going forward, which is awesome. Saves money. Sticks with your glass, your clothes. But yeah, exactly. Once you go peed, your whole life is peated then. I don't drink Glenlivet. Okay, mine are all handwritten, so definitely. Okay, gotcha. Behind the scenes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I could take you around the room one day because the shelf goes all the way down that way, about another 20 feet to the end of the room, and then goes along that wall. Yeah, it's getting ridiculous down here. And then there's quite a few bottles down here as well in boxes and stuff. Yeah, it's a mess. I feel like one day I'm going to be on Hoarders, but I'm going to be buried in whiskey, which is not the worst thing in the world. Looks like it's time to start pouring some. Yeah, exactly. I need to just all my live streams for like the next year need to be nothing but sample pours. And then I might make it through them. Probably not, though, still, because I don't even know how many. I probably legitimately have like 120 sample bottles that I need to get through. Yeah. And, well, actually, I didn't even point out there's probably a dozen in front of me on the table that the camera is sitting on and the TV's on. Yeah, so. I tell you. But thank you, guys. Honestly, it's a huge help for a person like me in the Whiskey Tube community that's trying to figure out what to buy and cool bottles that are worth buying. Samples are really helpful in that. That way I don't... Because, I mean... There's a lot of whiskey to buy. We all know that. And so I want to buy bottles that I think are good, that are worth reviewing, so that way I can get that knowledge out to you guys, and so that hopefully that helps you find a bottle that you like as well, rather than just buying a bunch of bottles that are kind of average or even crappy, which is kind of wasted money because, I mean, unless they're like really bad, I probably won't even review them. I mean, if they're really bad, then I feel like they need to be reviewed just to, like, as a warning. But if they're just kind of middle of the road or kind of forgettable, then they're not even really worth reviewing. So it's really just kind of wasted money. It's like, okay, well, now I know that's just kind of average. But I'm kind of tired of doing those kind of reviews. So now on, I try to just do bottles I think are either like exceptional in the price point or just exceptional in general. That way, if you guys aren't familiar with them, hopefully you see that review and, maybe it
sways you one way or the other as to whether or not you should buy one. So I can save you some money and say, do not buy Wheel Horse. Okay, interesting. So that is, man, my tinnitus is going crazy tonight. But that is Green River's stuff as well, right? So I feel like some people like that. So that's interesting to me that you do not there, Brian. But also, cheers, man. Welcome. I got a little Early Times Bottle and Bond in the glass since, our review yesterday. Let me take a sip, actually. That is tasty. Lawrence, I don't know if you're still sipping on this, man, but oh, man. That just hits the spot. It's good stuff. Let's see here. Matt Z will be on Hoarders way before you. Okay. Sorry, folks. Don't know what happened. Thank you guys for staying, though. I appreciate that. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the computer or if it's the internet. We actually have really good internet now. Peter White, internet upgrade priority number one. The thing is, we actually have pretty much the best internet that you can have in our area. So there's really nothing I can do that's better, unfortunately.
that said, I don't know what's going on. So I don't know if we need to give our internet provider a phone call and say, hey, we're having issues, because this is the second Friday in a row that I've had issues like this. So I don't know if it's the computer or if it's the internet or what, but something is not behaving. So
It's the dog.
Top Dog, cheers, man. Good to see you. And Doug H, cheers. Well, I can highlight the right thing. Cheers to you as well, Doug H, and the whole Friday at Fred's crew. Cheers, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Where are we here? Okay. We found it to have a very chemical finish. Oh, we're talking about the wheel horse. I've gone back to it a couple times and I've gotten the same funk. It's like the Wild Turkey funk turned up to 11. Okay. So, I mean, a few people have actually compared it to Wild Turkey. So that's interesting, Brian, that you said it's like the Wild Turkey funk turned up to 11. Band-Aid iodine kind of finish. Okay, I'm interested now. Brian. I think I might have to buy a bottle just to see, because I'm kind of into funky stuff. So, Brian from Friday at Fred's, cheers as well. Yeah, I got a few new faces here. So I guess the internet dropping out for a couple minutes wasn't the worst thing ever. Hopefully the folks that dropped off will come back, because we were over 20. We were doing pretty good there. And then the internet crapped out on us. So, oh well. Yeah, and that's true. Yeah, could be a bad batch, bad cuts. Hard to say. Let me get another sip of this early times, though. Oh, that's good. It's good stuff. Wheel Horse is absolutely aimed at marketing-wise at Wild Turkey, price proof, etc. Makes sense to me. I mean, if you're going to go after something, go after the king, right? Yeah, don't market after, say, Kentucky Gentleman or something like that. Yeah, go after the best in the business. Hi from Louisiana. What you sipping on? I got a Benchmark single barrel. Hey, good stuff. Are you would you happen to be down there at the Friday and Fred's situation going on? If not, they're in Louisiana as well. And you Louisiana boys, you know how to party. I know that. Yeah, all you folks down there having a great time, I'm sure. And I am sipping on something. I have a little bit of Early Times Bottle and Bond, the old bottle. There, that's what's in my glass right now, since that was our review this week. Yeah, it's good stuff. Can't complain. Also, Friday at Fred's. Fred himself, I assume, checking in. Good stuff. Good to see you, Fred. Cheers, man. Best way would be to do both their sample on a new bottle. Oh, okay, yeah. And okay, yeah, Brian, we certainly need to do some sample exchanges. So we'll talk. We'll talk for sure. I'll message you either through Instagram or email or something like that. We'll figure it out. I want to send you guys some stuff as well. So I was, but not want to drink all the. Yeah, okay. Switch to Larceny. Okay, that's always a good choice as well. Whiskey Fancies. What is up, ladies? Good to see you. Sorry we were late. We will be watching and lurking as we make dinner. How much is the To Be Fair counter? We will dive in. I don't know. AZ was keeping track. I would imagine we're at 3 or 4. I don't think I've said it that many times tonight. AZ is usually my To Be Fair counter. I'm guessing we're at 3 or 4 sips, and which is not not enough to kill you yet. I would say. Let's see here. What are we going to get into next? You guys call my board. Do we want to go to the Scotch now? I have a bunch of Scotch in front of me. Some samples from Sure Kitty, and I have one from Woods as well. To Be Fair counter is at 5. 5 To Be Fairs, not counting the To Be Fairs I'm saying right now. Although if you do want to count those, then it's just going to go up exponentially as I talk about saying To Be Fair while saying To Be Fair. So, yeah. So I don't know if you count those in the game or not. Also, Shits, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Cheers, buddy. Where are we at? To be fair, indeed. I just killed a pint of Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. Best from Jack I've had so far. I want the 12-year. Who doesn't? Am I right? But hey, the single barrel proof, always a good one. Great pour for sure. Cheers to you, Mike. Sounds like you're having a good night, man. Yep, Scotch. Okay, we're going Scotch. It's time to go Scotch. All right, so I'm going to start with this Talisker because I remember liking it quite a bit. So for anybody else out there that has a Talisker tin, and thank you, Sugar Kitty, for this sample. Much appreciated. Let's go ahead and get into some Talisker tin here and talk about it. And again, for all you new folks showing up, if you want to get in on our giveaway, speaking of samples, we're doing 6 rye sample giveaway, including up for grabs is the new Still Austin Rye. We have the Corbin Cash 8-year cask strength rye, which is their Merced rye, which is phenomenal. We have the Corbin Cash 90 proofer. And then we also have the New Riff single malt, Sagamore port finish up there. We got Sagamore double oak, the Chattanooga rye, which is great. Wilderness Trail, Woodinville, Middle West Spirits, Willet, the Pursuit United rye, which is another great one. See Pikesville, 3 different Driftless Glen picks to choose from, including a Mash and Journey pick, which is fantastic. We got a Russell's single barrel, Rare Breed Rye, Knob Creek, Barrel Seagrass, Nashville, and then a bunch of other ryes over this way and down there. And there's just rye everywhere. There's I have something like 40 to 45 different ryes to choose from. So I'm sure that there's at least 6 ryes that I have that you do not have. So either way, you guys are going to get 6 ryes that you don't have. It'll be your choosing, whoever does win. So there's that sample pack going out of the 6 ryes. Plus, in tonight's giveaway, an Elijah Craig toasted barrel, like 95% of that bottle. I have had 2 sips out of this, and I'll make sure it's sealed up nice and tight for the winner, so that way none spills out. You guys get that bottle. So, if you've not had that and camera is not focusing, come on, camera. Be a good camera. That's okay. Anyway, so that is the giveaway tonight. PayPal, Cash App, $5. Either way, get you an entry. Yeah, so there you go. Now, though, into this Scotch. And again, thank you, Sugar Kitty, for... Oh, man, that is a beautiful nose on that Talisker. You know, someone needs to find a way to make perfume for men that smells like Scotch and bourbon. I would wear it all the time. Although maybe that would attract other men, so maybe that's not the best idea. Maybe not. I'm sure there's plenty of ladies that enjoy that smell as well. But, you know, if you're trying to attract other men, then it seems like this would work. Because, man, that is the smell right there, let me tell you. Man, that's a beautiful nose. Anybody else sipping on the Talisker 10? That's so good. That is tasty. That's just tasty goodness right there. And yes, as Adam said, please hit that like button. Much appreciated. Yes, if you could, if you haven't yet, go down there and hit the like button. Hopefully bring a few more peeps back to the stream there, since we kind of died, since the internet decided to crap out on us there. Yeah, but if you could hit that like button, if you haven't yet, that would be great. Let's see here. Yep, Scotch. We're at Bottle Kill Glen Lachie. Is that Glen Lachie? I'm not familiar with that. There's a lot of Glens in the Scotch world, and my camera's still not focusing. But 2 more in the wings. Oh, very nice. That Glenlivet 14 French oak sample is tasty, but too low proof. Gotcha. Well, maybe I'll jump on that next. Talisker 10 has jumped the shark price wise, coast to coast in Canada. Oh, interesting. Good to know. And Sure Kitty saying, my pleasure for sure. Well, thank you again. Yeah, I do love this pour. It's a really beautiful pour. I'm going to have to search out a bottle of this. I need to own one for sure. Man, the nose is just exceptional. And also, we have an updated Sugar Kitty avatar here. The Sugar Kitty in a new pose. Whiskey Wars, saw some Balcones finally in my area. A shop near me had the Baby Blue and the True Blue. Which is the better pickup? Definitely the True Blue. Although the True Blue, so here's my thought. I would go for a True Blue Cask Strength pick, personally. That's what I have, and I think they're phenomenal. But you have to really like dark notes, Brian. So if you're a person that's not, if you prefer kind of lighter notes, more floral, fruity notes in your bourbon, then I don't know if the True Blue is going to be for you. And it just comes down to preference. But I mean, you're going to have a lot of darker, like dark fruit notes, lots of kind of burnt sugars, black coffee, dark chocolate. So all the darker notes that you might find in bourbon, this has all of them, and they're like very powerful. They're kind of hit you in the face, which I like that experience, but not everybody does. So just kind of fair warning, because they're around $70, I guess. So it's a little bit of an investment. So I want to make sure you don't spend your money on something you hate. But of those two, the True Blue is definitely my favorite. I'm not a big fan of the Baby Blue. It's okay, but I think of those two, True Blue for sure. But I would look for a True Blue Cask Strength pick. That would be my advice as far as those options. But my favorite of the bunch is this guy, the Balcones Single Malt Whiskey. Now, this is a single barrel pick. As you can see, it's 128 proof. And those picks are ridiculous good. Yeah, so I would get one of those if you can. But either way, I like Balcones, but you're going to get some darker notes. That's the lightest note-wise of the Balcones. Man, this camera. Come on, camera. Come on, camera. Nope, not going to do it. No, we're not going to refocus. Okay. I already have a bottle of Elijah Craig Toast Barrel. It's not one of my favorites. Gotcha. I am reaching for my tally. There you go. Cop, sir, you've been drinking? Sean, no, it's my cologne. Old bourbon. There you go. Glen Aluki. Glen Aluki. That actually makes it harder for me to say. Glen Al. Is it Glen Glenakey. Glenakey? Glenakey. Okay. Glenakey. everybody's correcting. Pronounced Glenakey. Okay, I have like all of you, well, two of you said the same. These two are the same. Then these two are different options. So now I'm even more confused. You guys debate which one is the right pronunciation. Yes, and as Jack said, True Blue is the way to go. I only have like 675 pictures. Oh, okay, there you go. So there's only a couple of choices. I got you. Sounds great to me. Dark notes for sure. Okay, cool. I mean, if you like that, then I love it. I think it's phenomenal. But some people don't, so I just try to warn so that way you don't buy a bottle you hate. Talisker was always my gateway drug. So balanced, including that beginning note without the Band-Aids. Yeah, I mean, so this is, I guess that's why I kind of forgot that this was peated, because it's a very light peat. Comparing it to, say, like an Ardbeg or a Lagavulin, this is a much lighter peat, although now going back to it, it's certainly peated.
Yeah, this is like it's a very sweet peat. Trying to think what to compare this to. So this kind of reminds me of like, so I always do my country hams in the smoker. Like I still cover it with pineapple and all that stuff and like the brown sugar, but I always smoke them. And so that kind of sweet smokiness that you get off of that ham, this kind of has that kind of a peat. So it's definitely smoky, although this is maybe there's a slight char note in that peat as well. So like you did that smoking process and then you threw it on the grill and kind of charred the edges a little. And then you took a bite of those charred edges. So it's got that sweet glaze, ham smokiness, but also with a little char, which I dig that. I love that profile. So Balcones does a decent job with their whiskey. It's a great place to visit. Yeah, man. Freaking love Balcones. Ben, while I'm thinking about it, since that is my cue, a reminder. So for anybody that's interested in the Kentucky meetup, it will be this month on the 21st, so about 2 weeks away in Bardstown. So Bardstown on Friday, the 21st of April, so 2 weeks away. If you can make it, that will be great. More information will be coming. I'm probably going to open a Facebook group so we can talk about this tomorrow. And then see who all is interested. And that will kind of, then we'll work out like where the meetup will be. I'm guessing I'm probably just going to get like a hotel suite for everybody to hang out in, something like that, or a room, something like that where we can all hang out and, yeah. And just share whiskey and chat and have a good time. Of course, we'll also drive around Bardstown, do distilleries and stuff like that as well. And then the whiskey drinking will probably be in the evening once we've kind of done all those things. Of course, we'll coordinate all this. But yeah, so either way, Kentucky meetup in about 2 weeks, April 21st. It's a Friday. If you are interested, then let me know here for sure. But also, probably the best way to message me if you don't have my number, which several of you do. But if you don't have my number, best way to message me is probably going to be Instagram. And then I will get you more information. Or if we're friends on Facebook, then we'll do it that way. Either way, though, I will make sure you get the information if you are interested in coming and hanging out. So it's going to be me, Ben, probably Paul, Whiskey Food Dude, most likely Dustin from Top Shelf Whiskey. David from Prescription Bourbon said he's kind of a maybe as well. So several people, possibly also Stacy from Four Leaf Whiskey. She might be coming and hanging out. And then also maybe the Turks. I can't speak for them as absolutes, but those are the folks that are potentially coming. And so we could have a really nice group of really cool people hanging out in Bardstown on that Friday. So, certainly it'd be a lot of fun for anyone that is interested in coming and hanging out with all of us and sharing some good whiskey and, just getting to know people better. So, where were we here? Lawrence also saying the True Blue for sure. Easy throwing out another option for the all you key. This is not all that light peat. This is medium peat. Much, much more than a HP. Okay, well, so I guess I'm just into heavily peated stuff. So this tastes light to me. I don't know. But I mean, that's not a bad thing. Like I really like this a lot. Sure, yeah. I really love that Scotch. That's a really excellent Scotch. And I think the problem is I started with that, and then I went to, I can't remember what I went to next, and then I was kind of disappointed because the Talisker was so good. I think we'll do a little Kilchoman Machir Bay next. I might do a glass rinse and then move along. I found one of the original Westland peated today. Of course, I got it. Very nice, Jacob. Good stuff, man. The sweetness does not come from peat. That's the grain malt coming through.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just talking about like the way the peat note comes across. I didn't mean. I realize that like there's no sweetness in peat, but yeah, I'm just talking about the way that the peat note comes across the palate. It's the sweet ham is umami. Okay, the charring comes more the oak, not the peat. The smoke and the sea spray come from I get that. Yeah. I want to be clear. I don't believe that like there's like sweet peated. There's no sweet peat out there. It's basically like dirt and grass and it's like a moss thing. It's peat. It's peat is what it is. Dustin and Ben in the same room. Oh my. Yeah. It's gonna be a good time, AC. All right, let me do a glass rinse. Excuse me 1 second. All right, where were we? I have a 9-year peated Heaven Hill, sort of peated as it was finished. Oh, okay, interesting. I didn't know that Heaven Hill ever did that. That's really interesting, Peter. What is that like? I mean, I have some idea because I have a couple different. I've tried 2 different peated single malts, and then I've tried the Campfire, the High West Campfire, which is like a peated bourbon. Excuse me 1 second. But yeah, I would really like. I'd really be interested to hear your thoughts on that. Which Wars? I'm confused. Am I watching Whiskey Wars? Or Ralphie.com? Oh yeah, so yeah, we're doing a lot of all kinds of Scotch talk tonight. Machine Bay, very nice. Isla, I trying to get the Killoman 100% Isla. Had a sample, loved it. Oh, okay. Sean needs a flat cap and a tweed jacket. Yeah, I don't know about that. Hey, cowboys can like peated Scotch too. All right, it's for everybody, just like bourbon. Okay, Talisker done. I'm gonna go. Actually, you know what? Before I want to try a little bit more of this Glenlivet 15 from Woods here. Planning it was, I am actually a little bit Irish, AC, so it's not too much of a stretch. I think actually I haven't seen him tonight, but I actually Commandante has the Chattanooga bourbon that's finished in Isla, which he said he actually liked quite a bit. Machier Bay, yes. Let's see, was leased by North Star Spirits. In my opinion, it would have been better without. Okay, so it didn't really help it at all. Gotcha. We have a Chattanooga finished in Isla. Very interesting. Wait, Fancies, is that one of the worst ones? See, I always get confused because you guys sent me a Chattanooga that was. Well, let's be fair. It's awful. But I can't remember if that's the one that we're talking about now. I always get confused because I feel like I've said that because I remember Commandante was talking about his, and I said that might be the same as the one you had. Then you corrected me and said that it was not the same. So I always get. Okay, so we know. Okay, so I've never had that. Yeah, but. Yeah, The one you did send. It's something. It's yeah. It'll make you rethink life. Like, do you want to live? This might not be the best time after that Pete, but it's only going downhill from here. Yeah, there you go. All right. The nose is nice on this Glenlivet, although white. Yeah, it's nice. It's light, but it's good. Fancies, I'm curious. So we were discussing this earlier. So tonight on Mash and Metal, we're doing Nirvana versus Alice in Chains. I'm just curious if you guys would have any opinion on that. And anybody else that didn't chime in earlier on that, I would like to know your thoughts. Really, everybody that kind of came in later in the stream, thoughts on Nirvana versus Alice in Chains. We're kind of doing a best of. Here in about a half hour, we'll be hopping over to Mash and Metal. So if you had to pick a band, who you going with? Nirvana or Alice in Chains? Which way? What's your band? Of course, we're going to be doing kind of their 10 best of, and then, scoring each song, and then averaging out our scores. And, then we'll see who comes out on top. So, Brian, Bourbon School, going with Nirvana. Okay. All right. There's been a mix of votes so far tonight, so we'll see how it goes. Whiskey Wars, Barrel Bourbon did a cask strength rum finish in an Isla cask. Fred Minnick and Jackie Zykin tried it on his channel a couple of years ago, and both thought it was fantastic. Very interesting. Yeah. So Barrel Bourbon did a cask strength rum. Cask strength rum finished in Isla. That is a crazy combination. Like the crazy sweetness of rum with the peatiness of an Isla Scotch. That would be a really interesting combination to try. I would have to. I would really like to try that. I don't think I've only kind of dabbled lightly in rum. I've never really gotten deep into it, especially like high quality rums. But Alice in Chains all the way. Nirvana had a bigger impact. I would say yes, but I will talk more about that once we get into the Marshmallow stream. And in the meantime, I'm going to hope that this freaking camera clears up. I cannot wait to get a new camera. Because, I don't know how it looks on your end right now, guys, but on my end, it looks like, like the phones in the 90s when you take a picture, and it's like, it's a picture of a person. You can tell it's a picture of a person. But, you can't really make out where their eyes start and where their face is. And, it's just like roughly a person. So, yeah, I can't wait to replace this camera because it does this every week, and it's starting to really annoy me. And I'm sure it annoys you guys too, because it's like you're just kind of looking at a blurry person for a couple hours. So hopefully we can correct that. And that's what tonight's all about. So, yeah. Alice in Chains going to win. I like Nirvana MTV Unplugged. Yeah, I would say Nirvana probably had the better Unplugged album, maybe. I would say those two were really close. I think Nirvana Unplugged was probably more interesting. I don't actually hate Nirvana, but Alice in Chains is so much better. Very innovative, odd time signatures and keys, plays a lot with the harmonies. Nirvana isn't called grunge for nothing. Yeah, so that's, and I know we're getting kind of off whiskey topic, but to me, Nirvana Pearl Jam's definitely grunge. I would say Pearl Jam and Nirvana, definitely grunge bands. Stone Temple Pilots probably are, but like they almost had like, I don't know, almost like some kind of like hair metal vibes still, like in STP to me. It was more like pop influenced. I always felt like a lot of their stuff. And then Soundgarden was always just darker and like denser sound wise than STP or Nirvana or Pearl Jam or even Alice in Chains. It was just like heavy, dark music comparatively. Like Soundgarden just came up with really dense, like sound. Like it was just dense, heavy, which I loved. I love that kind of style of music. So, like for those 5 bands to be all labeled as grunge, I always thought was weird, but because I don't find them to be that similar. I mean, especially like comparing Alice in Chains, Nirvana, and Soundgarden. Like those are, to me, not the same genre of music at all. But just kind of all got thrown into there. I never got Nirvana, not my thing at all. Yeah, so I can't wait to, once we go through all the songs tonight, I can't wait to see everybody's thoughts on the thing. High West is a double rye finished in Isla. Isla Barrel, really good. That rye, not overwhelmed by peat, actually blends surprisingly. Okay. So I have, like I said, I have their campfire, which I actually quite enjoy. A lot of people don't like it, but I actually like their campfire from High West. Okay. So good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. See, we don't get those picks out this way. I never see the High West picks out here. I've heard a lot of good things about them, but never seen them. I really like Soundgarden. Yeah, I mean, so I like both as well. It's just, like I said, it was always weird to me that those 5 bands all got categorized as grunge when to me they're very, very different. To me, Nirvana is so much more grunge. Pearl Jam to me goes in so many different. Yeah, I mean, it really depends record to record. I mean, I would say 10 is more grunge, but then like as they like later in their catalog, they're much less grunge and more just like standard rock. Yeah, so it's like really where at in Pearl Jam's catalog you want to talk about determines what they are. I would say early days, like 10s to me is a pretty straightforward grunge record, but STP was weak sauce. Okay, so he's not an STP fan. Fair enough. I like the Pumpkins as well. Yeah, I like Pumpkins as well. I don't know if they're grunge or not, but whatever they are, Melancholy and Infinite Sadness. Yeah, I listen to that album a lot. So yeah, good stuff. I skipped, or actually, chat skipped for it. STB to me is so much more traditional. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Camera is slightly blurry, but not really bad. All is good. Yeah, I don't like it. I want better quality for you guys. So that's where we're gonna try and fix that with this stream. That's kind of the whole point of this giveaway. It's kind of like giveaway / fundraiser for new equipment. Yeah, so that's what tonight is all about. So, and also 143 Bourbon. Cheers to you, man. Good to see you. Pumpkins are a world unto themselves with a long story of all the individuals involved and their history. Yes, indeed. I like Soundgarden, Failure, and Mudhoney the best for the grunge. Okay. Man, my throat is doing weird stuff. So I'm in for 4, but pass it on to someone else if I win. Okay, well, thank you, Mark. I appreciate that very much, man. Soundgarden as well as Audioslave. Yes. Oh, man. I mean, anything with Chris Cornell, honestly, I'm sold. Like, Chris is one of my favorite artists ever. James Taylor, cheers, man. Good to see you. Yeah, Chris Cornell, love him as a musician. Basically, anything he did is pretty awesome. Soundgarden and Alice in Chains were the only grunge bands that I cared for. That was not a genre. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you, Woods. Like those of the 5 that I just mentioned, those were clearly my 2 favorite. Pearl Jam was cool. Still not sure what the frig Eddie was. No one knows. There's so many like memes made about freaking Eddie Vedder lyrics. Oh, here there, on here, something like that. You know, that's basically how the song goes. I think I nailed it. Yep, that was. I can fill in for Eddie anytime I want. Pumpkins, probably not grunge, but sounds like may have some grunge. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're around the same time period. Pumpkins were sort of a hybrid. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yep, Chris had one of the best voices in rock. Yeah, I mean, I think that's why both of those groups stood out for me. I mean, because both Lane Staley and Chris, just phenomenal vocalists. We won't be able to play it tonight because YouTube freaking sucks ass. But the live version of Love, Hate, Love by Alice in Chains is just ridiculous. I mean, like, it's like Lane Staley at his best. Like, he freaking shreds in that song. His vocals are just insane. I'm more old school in my music selection, classic rock and country. Hey, so actually last week, Biking Bourbon, you missed it, but last week we did kind of like a request hour, well, more like multiple hours, and we played a lot of country and classic rock, and yeah, it was good times. And I haven't looked yet because I kind of like have a rock news feed so that way I kind of keep up with like upcoming rockers' deaths and album releases and like stuff like that. So I haven't looked at what next week might be, but if there's nothing like really interesting, we might do another request night next Friday on Mash Metal. So we'll see how it goes. What the fuck did I walk back into? I don't know. We're talking grunge, man. Yeah, welcome back. How did 21090 not play Dirty White Boy at the shoot? I don't know. Chris Cornell, Nothing Compares to You, and Billie Jean covers her. Yeah. The Nothing Compares is, man, pulls at the heartstrings, I guess you would say. To me, some of the best Lane vocals is actually Matt's. Well, yeah, there's that as well. Yeah. I mean, Lane just early Lane Staley is just epic. Truth, AC. Yeah. For country music starts and ends with crazy. Yeah. Like we all saw the national anthem there. Yeah, Chris Stapleton, he kind of killed it. I mean, some people said that no one will ever be able to top that. And I kind of agree because he puts like his soul into that. Like, yeah, you felt that. Like, yeah, when you watch that video, you feel it. Like yeah, that's Chris freaking killed that song. Yeah, it's from now on at the Super Bowl, they're just going to play that video of Chris Stapleton doing it because no one's ever going to do that better. So, yeah, just do that. Just play Chris's version. That's the official version now. I need some more water. What are we drinking, folks? I feel like I have sped up my drinking quite a bit, so I probably need to slow down. So, because I still have, at least 2 to 3 hours of mashed metal to get through. So, yeah. But we are winding down here on Whiskey War. So, kind of the last chance to get in, and I'm going to have to start loading up a wheel here, which will be fun to do by myself because I'm going to have to try and entertain you guys and put names on a wheel. But again, if you're not in, we are giving away an Elijah Craig toasted barrel here. Like 95% of that, literally I've only had 2 pours out of, 2 small pours, which of course I will seal up nice and tight so none gets lost in the mail. And then 6 different whiskeys of your choosing. But some of the choices are the new Still Austin Rye, which is awesome. Corbin Cash Rye, which is fantastic, the 90 proofer. Then also the Corbin Cash 8-year cask strength, hand-selected by David, the master distiller himself. I have that right up there, right there. So those are 3 of the options, plus a new riff, the malted rye, which is amazing. Of course, I got a Willet Rye, the Pursuit United Rye, Rendezvous Rye, a couple different Sagamore Ryes, Michter's, Chattanooga, Wilderness Trail, Woodinville, Middle West Spirits, of course, Rare Breed, Russell's, 3 different driftless blend picks that you can choose from, including a Mash and Journey pick, which is Phenomenal, plus a little bit of the John Kranz one that's still left there, which was great. And then a Knob Creek, some Barrel Seagrass, a Nashville pick from Sealbacks. There's lots of ryes to choose from. So if you guys want to get in on the giveaway, we're basically winding down to about the last 20 minutes or so of this stream before we hop over to Mash and Metal. So about your last chance to do so. Again, PayPal, Cash App, if you want to get in, every $5 is an entry. So if someone wants to hop on briefly so I can get a wheel together, that'd be great. But if not, I can manage on my own. What are we doing here? This is not what I wanted. There we go. I'm going to start pulling up the wheel at least and see how we're doing on entries. I believe we have enough to give away the bottle, but I haven't checked in quite a while. So let me double check that. There we go. Okay, there's the wheel, which I will have to edit severely. Large Craig toasted is good. That is far as finished as I like. Okay, fair enough. Where are we at here? I kind of skipped down. I saw Allison Chains open for Iggy Pop at a small club. They were very unique. Okay. Of course, AC, big punk guy there, which I totally understand. I like the alt country Son Vault and Lucerian. Not familiar with those, AC. I might have to check those out. Knob Creek single barrel over here now. Very nice. Very nice, Paul. Chris Stapleton doing Whipping Post is a muscle. Oh, yeah. All other than the Allman Brothers, of course. Yeah. That's probably my favorite Allman Brothers song. And Chris' version is awesome as well. But, I mean, my favorite Chris Stapleton songs are mainly the songs that are not on the radio. For instance, Rebel State of Mind, Hillbilly Blood, his stuff with the Steel Drivers is pretty great. I can't remember the name of the song. I'm not remembering much of anything right now. I have a whole playlist that's mainly Chris Stapleton, honestly. So I have to disagree with you on Chris Stapleton. I don't know why we can't a straight out national anthem with no twang or buzzing or other bullshit. My 2 cents, and it's probably unpopular. Okay. It is unpopular, Jacob. Goes for anyone else that has done it. Okay, so yeah, all right. I mean, I liked it, but I like Chris Stapleton. So I have a hike in the morning, but I want another pour. Hey, it happens. Peter White, have you heard anything from the Steel Drivers earlier stuff? Oh yeah, there you go. Yes, Steel Drivers, good stuff. I'm trying to remember what my favorite song on that record is, but it's good. Oh yeah, Mods, if you could drop the link to PayPal Cash App, although it should be pinned at the top of the stream. Oh, post the link. That link, right? Duh. Here, let me do this. I forgot because I posted the link way. There's the link to join. Anybody that wants to join me and hang out for a few before we hop over to Mash and Metal, that would be great. There is the link. Yeah, because I posted it way early in the stream, but then I wanted to leave the PayPal Cash App pinned. So yeah. There's a link for anybody that wants to hop on and hang out for a few before we hop on over to Mash and Metal and talk some music. And there are the links for PayPal Cash App for anybody else that wants to get in on the giveaway before we close it out. And yeah, let me see where we're at, see how we're doing. Because I know basically what I need to cover the cost of the bottle and the shipping. So hopefully we have hit that mark. Although I was hoping to kind of go past that, because if I'm just breaking even, then not really the goal of paying for new equipment. But anyway, Mark, welcome. How are you doing, man? And I apparently put in the wrong password for my friggin' PayPal. Let's try again.
Oh no, not that. Don't put it in wrong more than 2 or 3 times and they'll shut you down or something.
There we go. Okay. All right. So, all right. I see where we're at. Okay. So that's that. And then let me check our Cash App here, which I had up a second ago. And I know this is just riveting stream stuff here, folks, as I look through my PayPal and Cash App. What do you got in the glass there, Mark?
Lagavulin 16.
Okay. Cool, man.
I started out with a little peaty with that Flaming Heart compass box. So I figured, well, you know, might as well stay with a little bit of peat in the glass.
Yeah. Looks like, did you get the beard trimmed up? Or am I?
I cut a little length off of it and kind of trimmed the sides back a little while.
Yeah.
It's already grown back out, though, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're good. I guess we're okay. I guess that'll do. All right. Let me get some wheels together. So,
right, yeah,
I like Chris Stapleton. I just don't like these little spins that these singers put on it. That might just be my years of service talking, but that's here. Now everyone has the right to do what they want, but
yeah. Well, you know, everybody's going to put their own little spin on the national anthem because they're on the big stage and everything. So, you know.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think how to word this where it's not like political. I guess my thought is that now I am, you know, this is probably an off-stream conversation, Jacob, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't think I can say what I want to say on live stream, so I won't. But me and you have my number, so we can talk about it anytime. But the short of it is,
Sugar Kitty.
Yeah, the short of it is that I think the people that still really love this country are people like Chris Stapleton, and I think that kind of showed through in his version of that. Whereas other performances come across to me as just a performance to please the masses. Does that make sense?
Yeah, to a degree, yeah. I mean, some of them I've seen, you know, it's a little too much, you know.
Yeah.
Trying to show that, you know, they can do all these weird little octaves and, you know, appella sort of things and everything. It's like, you know, just get on with it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Not used to seeing great shots, such bright lights. Indeed. All right, let me get this wheel together here so we can give away some whiskey. Shall we?
Hanging out in the garage right now because it's cold and can't chill out on the back porch right now. So,
indeed,
it won't be long though, and it'll be back up in the 80s and 90s. I think 80s a couple of days, maybe this weekend or something. 70s, I think, this weekend. But it's been like 45 and raining for the last 2 days. It's been nasty. But 3 days before that, like let's see, Wednesday, it was like 93. So, you know, it's Texas. It jumps around all the time like that, all kinds of crazy weather. That's why your stuff ages so much down here, like, you know, balcones and everything else. You know, it doesn't take it very long to age down here because we go from the 40s to the 70s to the 90s and then back to the 40s. And, you know, whiskey's going in and out of the barrels fast. They don't know what to do.
For sure. Is there a way I can just clear?
Yeah, Blue Side of the Mountain's a good tune.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Yeah,
Rainbows Never Die. I have a hard time remembering a lot of them. There's one about
Death Row is great.
What's the one he was talking about? Like one of the wars in the Confederacy or something. You know, where he's talking like he was a tree, basically, is the lyrics of the song, you know. Shoot. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head now. Oh, cheers, Jeffrey Wack. Ghost of the Mississippi is another good tune.
Yeah, we'll have to talk some Chris Stapleton after we get through Nirvana and Alice in Chains. I'm probably going to go through those fairly quickly because I think we're all pretty familiar with the music. I would imagine, especially the tunes that are very familiar. We're gonna go through quite quick.
Yeah, but, no sense in playing the whole tune on that.
Yeah. I can type right. This will go quite quickly.
Yeah, I'm not sure who needs to get my entries. You pick.
Well, I mean, you're on with me here, Mark. So I will let you choose. It's your money. So.
Well, did Woods get any in there?
Who's that?
Still living in the woods.
He did, but I mean that doesn't mean you can't give him more.
Okay. Yeah, Ghost of Mississippi. How about Jack or Jake?
I don't believe Jacob does have any in.
Okay, we'll give him to him then.
Okay.
Put him in for 4. That's too bad that I'm liking Pete nowadays. But I never really did care for it too much. My first delve off into Pete was Highland Park 12, which is very, very, very slightly peated and nothing like an Iowa Pete. It's that Highland Pete and more heather notes. That slightly floral heather Pete. Quite good.
Yeah.
And you're in for 4. KAC.
What's that?
He's like, what am I doing? You're hoping to win. You need some either that Elijah Craig or Rye Samples.
Is AZ trying to snipe your free tickets there or whatever?
No, not AZ. Because then we give him the Jack, the JAC. So
okay, let me just refresh everything here before I close out. I believe I have everybody. Let me just double check.
That's such a good whiskey. Yeah, Scotch is expensive nowadays. Well, it's always been expensive.
Very.
But now it's kind of going up a little bit. I did pick up a couple different bottles recently for a little bit off the price of normal prices. So,
okay. Actually, it didn't take real long to get together, so that's good. Let's see here.
Of course, you type a lot quicker than I do, so.
Wheel. Share
screen.
There we go. Okay, so of course I have not mixed them up yet, but if you do not see your name, then please let me know. And of course, great shot will be Jacob. But I'd already had it typed in, so I didn't go back and change it. But so last call. Absolute last call if you want to get an entry, and also last call if you don't see your name. Like if you had an entry and I didn't see it somehow, then please let me know. What am I doing? You might be winning whiskey, Jacob. So rigged wheel. Now, actually, this seems to be the good wheel.
Most of them are.
We don't use the rigged wheel anymore. So. This one seems to be random. I mean, I don't think any wheel is truly random, but it's as random as these random wheels get.
Randomize it once or twice. And once are usually random, so
Let me just make sure I don't have any new. Wait a second.
Lawrence Size. I don't see him on there.
He's Lawrence, right there.
Oh, and the red coming up. I see it.
Yeah. Wait a second though. I'm getting notifications like I got more money. Let me double check.
All right.
Yep. Maybe the notifications are just coming in late.
Sometimes they do.
Okay, no, it's the same. All right. So yeah. think we got everybody. Last call, guys, or else we're gonna spin this thing. So
we got to shuffle it once.
Yes, this is
At least
true.
once.
All right, let's do some good old shuffling here. All right, that's pretty shuffled. All right, I believe
There's still 3 great shots in a row. Even shuffled it many times.
how in the
Crazy.
heck? That's
Yeah.
not, come on. Wait, come on, shuffler. You can do better than that. Still 2 in a row.
Yeah, that's better than
There we
3.
go.
Geez.
Now we're spread up. Now we're spread out more. Okay.
All right,
All right.
looks better.
All right, guys. Let's get some people some whiskey. Now we're going to be spinning this thing twice. So
All right, so what's going first? The samples or the
samples
Elijah
will be
Craig?
first. Samples will be first.
Okay.
And it is
And
great shot. So Jacob,
congratulations.
yeah. I mean, unless
Congratulations, Jake.
unless Mark, if you do want, well, yeah, I'll get you some stuff in.
Nah.
So
Nah, I got some different Ryes.
no whammies. Actually, I should have taken great shot out, but that's fine. If you want again, then we'll take it out then.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Or
Jacob,
just respin one.
yeah. So Jacob, you win the 6 rye sample pack. So you got my number, man. So yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll work out. Make sure you get 6 ryes that you don't have. So yeah, cheers, brother. Congrats. Yes. Come on, Lawrence. Okay, now we're doing the big one. By that much. I know, Woods. You were close, man. Close. And Dusty too. It could have went either way. Tell you, we'll shuffle again just for good measure. Now for the toasted barrel, Elijah Craig. Here we go. And
Mark
Mace, who's not even here, but he's winning anyway. And I got Mark's number as well, so that will be easy to get a hold of him and get his bottle out. Got to go. Catnap is calling. Hey, thank you, Sure Kitty, for hanging out as always. Good stuff. And folks, if you want to continue talking whiskey, but mainly music, go ahead and join us over on Mash and Metal. That live will be starting up here in just a minute, and we're doing Nirvana versus Alice in Chains. Oh, Mark is here. How about that? Well, Mark, congratulations, man.
Congratulations, Mark.
Hopefully you don't have this bottle, or if you do, then you got a backup, whatever the case. There you go, man. Congrats. Hope you enjoy it. Cheers, brother. And yeah, I'll get of course, I have your info, but I'll probably have to get it again because I probably misplaced it. But either way, we'll get that bottle out to you. And congrats again. All right, folks. Well, thank you again for hanging out here another night on Friday night here at Whiskey Wars. Cheers to everybody. I probably will be still continuing to drink scotch over on Mash and Metal. So, yeah, thanks to Sure Kitty for that. And thank you for everybody for putting in tonight. Thank you for all the support, as always. Cheers to you all, and good night, unless we see you over Mash and Metal, in which case the party will continue. All right, later, all.